Welcome back to the RProgramming for Beginners series. While you're learning R, you've probably realized that data is at the heart of everything we do. But how do you get your data into R? In today's video, we are going to tackle just that, reading data from common file types like CSV, Excel, and plain text files using R's built-in, or base R, functions. No matter how good you are at R, if you can't get your data into your R environment, you can't analyze it. Most real-world data lives outside of R in spreadsheets, databases, text files, or even on the web. So, understanding how to import and export data is absolutely fundamental. We'll start with the basics today. Before we read any files, a super important step is to set your working directory. This tells R where to look for your files by default. If you don't set this, R might not find your files, or you'll have to type out the full file path every time, which can be tedious and error-prone. You can set it manually in RStudio. Go to Session, Set Working Directory. Choose Directory. You can also set your working directory using setwd command. CSV stands for comma-separated values. It's a very common format for sharing tabular data. R has a great base function for this, read.csv. Let's say we have a file named students.csv with columns like name, age, grade. Let's read this file. Let's look at the data. By default, read.csv assumes the first row contains headers, and columns are separated by commas. If your file uses semicolons, you would use read.csv too, or specify sep equals semicolons. For general text files, the read.table function is your go-to. It's very flexible. CSV files are just a specific type of text file. Read.table lets you specify the separator, whether there's a header, and more. Let's imagine a file called temperatures.txt where data is separated by tabs. The read.table function is very versatile. You can control many aspects of how the data is read. Let's read this text file and look at the data. Now, reading Excel files, .xlsx or .xls. This is a bit trickier with just base R, as R doesn't have a built-in function to directly read modern Excel files without an external package. There are two methods. Method 1, save a CSV from Excel, recommended for base R only. The simplest way if you only want to use base R is to open your Excel file in Microsoft Excel, and then save as CSV, delimited, or CSV UTF-8. Then you can use read.csv, as we just learned. Method 2, using the XLSX package. There is an older package called XLSX that uses Java. While it can read Excel files, it often requires a Java installation, and can be finicky. For beginners, I generally recommend saving as CSV or, even better, using a specialized package like read.xl for direct Excel reading. Using R packages for data import, read.r, read.xl. The R community has developed fantastic packages that make data import even faster, more convenient, and more robust. Today, we are focusing on two essential packages, ReadR for text files and ReadXL for Excel files. RS power comes from its vast ecosystem of packages. These are collections of functions written by other R users, extending RS capabilities. For data import, packages like Reader and ReadXL offer speed, consistency, user-friendliness, and robustness. Before you can use any package, you need to install it once and then load it in each new R session. You can install Reader and ReadXL package using the command install.packages. Let's install these packages and read the Excel file. Always remember to library your packages at the beginning of your script. The Reader package provides read_CSV. Note the underscore instead of a dot, read_CSV versus read.csv. It's generally faster and has better defaults than base RS read.csv. Notice the output often shows the column specification. Reader is smart about figuring out if a column is a character, integer, double, etc. Let's now import an Excel file. If your Excel file has multiple sheets, you can specify which one to read using the sheet argument, either by name or number. Saving data as a CSV is one of the most common export tasks. We can do this using write.csv command. Let's create a sample data frame and write to a CSV file. For general text files, write.table is used. You can specify the separator, whether to include quotes, etc. Setting quote equals false is often useful to prevent R from putting quotes around all character strings, which can sometimes interfere with other software trying to read the file. Similar to reading Excel files, writing them directly requires a package. A popular and excellent choice is OpenXLSX. It's very user-friendly and doesn't require Java. The OpenXLSX package is incredibly flexible for creating detailed Excel files. Reading CSV data directly from a URL is surprisingly straightforward. If a CSV file is accessible via a URL, read.csv, and read_CSV, can often read it just like a local file. Let's use a public dataset from GitHub, for example, a simple dataset of iris flowers. If you found this helpful, like and subscribe to stay updated with the full course.